Okay, talk to me a bit about Fulham then. Come on then. Haven't won a league game at Craven Cottage since beating Newcastle in the opening game of the campaign.
No,
1966.
I was very disappointed actually, because we had a great start to the season. We were unbeaten in the first 8 games, I think. And I went to see him a couple of times, and we looked a really useful outfit. But it sort of tailed off a little bit. And
So I was going to have some Fulham fans on the sofa, and then they lost to QPR, and they refused to come on.
that's shocking. I mean, we should have won that game. I was speaking to a QPR guy earlier on, and he admitted, we should have won that one. Really.
And QPR should have won last night. It's all going on in the Championship. That's a bit of a sore subject. I think you haven't lost since 1950 or something. Is that the stat? 54, brilliant. Okay. So we'll talk about that in a bit. We've got a Skype caller on. What's his name? Rob and Peter. Hello, boys. Those are
good afternoon.
There.
How are we doing?
Smiling away. You should be smiling. You're 1-1 at the moment. Talk us through what's happening at the game at the moment.
Yeah, well, Ahmed Musa has just got his second in as many games after struggling to get in the team for most of the season, so we're pretty happy about that, and it's an assist for Vardy as well, so we're pretty chuffed with 1-1 at the minute.
Yeah, Vardy with the assist. He's not been scoring the goals, but he's been setting up and harassing the defenders and goalkeepers as usual. But Musa from the left, bit of striker's instinct, and got on the end of the cross, and he got injured as well, so brave goal for a brave team.
Okay, well, I'm just looking at the stats here. Spurs have got 68% of the possession. They've got 12 shots on goal as well. I know it's 1-1, but it certainly looks a bit one-sided as well.
Yeah, it has been. First half, they were very much on top. The penalty definitely wasn't a penalty, but I guess on the balance of play, they deserve to be in front. But, you know, anything's a bonus away from home for us at the minute, and we're used to not having much possession of the ball.
That's true, yeah. We let the other team pass the ball around their back line, and it looks good on the stats, and then we end up winning the game and possibly winning the league. And what we did in the first half was do that. But it's interesting, the referee got booed off by both sets of fans.
Really?
So it shows that he didn't have the best of the first half.
Any particular reason? I see that's how Spurs scored off a penalty.
There was an incident early in the game where Dele Alli went down and Spurs fans thought it was a penalty, and a few fouls and a few yellow cards given to a few Spurs players, which they weren't happy about. But I think at Tottenham, from experience, if a yellow card's thrown to one of the home players, then they're not going to like it, even if it was a 2-footed lunge from 20 yards away. So never mind. He gave the penalty, and we're going to rally with that. And we're now 1-1. So hopefully we can go on and get our first away victory, and Spurs can finish third in the 2-horse race once again.
Well, look at you, confident Leicester fan. This time last year it had all been different, wouldn't it? Now, do you think that you can take a win from this? Because I know that Leicester have been struggling a little bit with form. I know Champions League's been slightly different, but Leicester have had such a slow start, but have just about found the form again.
Yeah, we looked better against Palace at home last weekend, but what we've done is we've lost every single away game so far, and every away game we've had against a big team and we've lost it, we've followed it up with a win and a clean sheet in the Champions League. So if that means us losing it against Spurs today and then us beating Copenhagen on Wednesday, I really don't care.
Exactly, and we've rested. He's not even in the squad, a £30 million centre forward. So if we get something from Spurs, that's an absolute bonus. And then after this game, we've played all the big teams away from home. Actually, we've got Man City coming up soon. Once we've done that, the fixture list is quite kind. So we could actually have qualified from our Champions League group and also played all the big teams in the Premier League. And then we've got a nice run of fixtures to maybe get up towards the European places once again. So it's not all doom and gloom at Leicester. Leicester fans don't think that. It's other fans from other clubs and maybe the media. For us, we're just living the dream. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think obviously the media have put loads of expectations on you. You talk about the Champions League is... I don't think necessarily you're title contenders this year again, but is the Champions League something that you'd like to progress further in rather than be title contenders?
Well, yeah, it's the first time we've ever been in the Champions League, and myself and Pete, we do a podcast for Leicester games, and we said at pre-season prediction we'd be happy if we finished 8th and got out of our group in the Champions League. We're very close, probably within a point, in all honesty, of getting out of the group in the Champions League. and I still think we'll do all right to get in the top half.
Yeah, I think so as well. The Champions League, we possibly might never be in it ever again. So why not make full advantage? Why not rest players and play the best team and have the best preparation for that Champions League? Because as Ranieri said, the league season is 38 games. We've got plenty of time to get back into the league, push for Europe. So why not concentrate on a competition that we might never be in again? We're only 2 years away from being a mid-table championship club. So why not concentrate on this Champions League journey? And we're going to Copenhagen next week. And why not turn up at the Bernabeu and Camp Nou, maybe in the second round or quarterfinals? That's what we want. And that would be a fantastic season. And then if we finish mid-table 8th, brilliant, and maybe even a Europa League place, which we won't obviously, we'll take with both hands. We're not going to turn that up like some of the other big clubs.
Okay, fantastic, guys. Will you update me at the end of the game, please? And of course, your podcast is for Fox's sake, so we'll catch up with you again once hopefully Leicester have taken the victory.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
Thanks,
Cheers.
guys. We've got a goal, and I don't know where. Fulham. What? Fulham are 4-0 up.
Way!
Martin scored. Well.
He's got 2 goals now.
Yeah.
Can I just mention, Mike's actually an actor. We couldn't get a Fulham fan to come along today. He supports Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so what has been going on at Fulham? Because it is a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? It's sort of up and down at the moment.
Yeah, I think it all went wrong.
Or more down, but I was being nice.
It went wrong when we lost Dempsey and Dembele, and we didn't replace them. And the appointment of McGarth was a nightmare. It just he had all the hype. He'd never been relegated with the club before. He obviously was. Yeah, and it's just been downhill since then, really, which is a shame because we just consolidated ourselves as a Premiership team.
Okay, now you've had quite a few injuries as well along the way. You've had a few sort of injuries with star players.
Yeah.
Think it's had any impact or not really? Are we trying to make excuses where excuses don't fit?
I think it's excuses, to be honest, because we just haven't been consistent enough. We haven't been putting goals away. We haven't been good enough in defence. We just haven't been good enough all round. Okay,
now you had 3 new signings. So which out of those was it Ayat that was the best? Who do you think has made the biggest impact?
I think all the new signings that have had an impact, but not consistently.
Yeah.
I think one of the best players this year was Malone, but then against Norwich he gave away 2 penalties. So it's.
The highs and lows.
I know, I love a Fulham fan. They always got positive spin. It was a bit like having Palace fans on last night. They've got like glass half full at every turn.
Well, we've got potential. We've got potential there, but we're just not helping ourselves at the moment.
So you've got Chelsea player on loan as well to you.
He scored today as well.
Yeah. And he was a fitness doubt as well.
I don't know about that. I don't look into the.
No, you don't. As long as they're scoring goals.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the hope for a Fulham fan? Are we just hoping for mid-table finish again?
No. I think we should be pushing for a playoff place at least. I personally don't agree with the playoffs. I think they're wrong.
How do you want the system to be?
If you finish in the top 3, you go up. Simple as that. I don't agree with this finishing 6th and having a chance to go up. But no,
Who's that booing though? We've got to get context. Is it a QPR fan? Oh, we've got another goal. Who is it? Fulham. What?
No.
Fulham 5-0.
5-0.
McDonald.
So the first time you get a Fulham fan on it, you've got to come every week.
I think I have to now. Yeah. But
McDonald scored. My goodness me.
I think we should be aiming for the playoffs this year, definitely.
Well, as long as you can keep scoring goals like this.
Yeah.
Would you have expected an easy win against Huddersfield? Though?
I must admit, we had a chat before earlier on, didn't we? And I said, I know they're playing really well, but I expect a decent win today.
Decent win it is.
A guy that works for me, Les, and I invited him up and he went, oh, no.
Is he Fulham fan?
Huddersfield.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, how are they playing Fulham today? And I actually thought it'd be a lot tighter. I fancied a draw in my mind, but to be 5-0 up against Fulham and be on FANTV,
yeah, that's...
Christ, it's the biggest dream, isn't it, guys?
What a day!
If I'm sat now as West Ham when we was 5-0 up and sat here now, I'll be ecstatic. But we would probably be tomorrow, but I'm not here tomorrow.